Alright, so here we have an inequality and we have our variable is in the exponent. We need the same base. So we're going to get this to be the base of 2. So we have this right now. So we're going to write this in terms of 2. So 2 squared would give us the 4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and distribute the 2. So that I'm going to end up with x plus 1 has to be greater than or equal to 2 times 2 gives us 4x minus 2. Okay, I'm going to get my variables together. I'm going to try to keep them on the left. So I'm going to say minus 4x minus 4x. So we get negative 3x plus 1 has to be greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, we're going to subtract 1 from both sides so that we end up with negative 3x is greater than or equal to negative 3. This is where you have to be careful. I'm dividing by negative. When I divide by negative, I have to reverse my inequality. So when I do that, I end up with x is less than or equal to 1. Okay, so since this was negative and I'm dividing, I have to switch the inequality. If I was multiplying and by negative, I'd have to switch the inequality as well. So we end up with x is less than or equal to 1. Now, what we have to do is check to make sure that's true. So let's pick something above 1 and something below 1. So we'll pick 0 and 2 and see if the answers match up. Okay, so if I put in 0 for x, okay, I end up with 2 to the first power. Okay, now here I'm going to end up with, that ends up being 0 by mine, so I end up with 4 to the negative 1. Remember that this has, right here would be a negative exponent, so we'd end up writing it as 1/4. So 2 is greater than 1/4. That's true. So that makes sense. Okay, now do the same thing with 2. Let's put in 2 for x. And see if it makes sense. Okay, so we get 2 to the third power. So I'm going to add those. It's supposed to be greater than 4 to the 4 minus 1. So I get 4 minus 1. So I get 2 cubed. It's supposed to be greater than or equal to 4 to the third power. Okay, so 2 cubed gives me 8. 4 cubed gives me 64. Okay, so 8 is greater than 64. That's not true. So that means our answer is plausible.